I'm going to say daring things. I'm glad Bishop Tsietsi is gone. Thank you, Leanne, for taking up that extra time so that you can leave. I am going to tell you that the church is to blame. I'm not going to mince my words. The church is to blame for where we are at the moment with regards to the student crisis. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. But we'll get to that just now. Firstly, thank you, Lorna, and Norma and Diakonia for trusting me to invade your space.
Okay, sweetheart.
I just want to say that I'm not a public speaker per se. Let me qualify it. I'm rather something that Leanne pointed to. A voice from a pulpit on a Sunday morning that has the potential to influence thought. Mine is a voice like many who have the privilege of using a pulpit to address congregations who gather eagerly, I hope. Maybe Coral, you can speak to her about that, whether she waits for me to talk on a Sunday morning, to hear what I have to say. And I'm aware that I have the potential to change perceptions. I'm not going to be mincing my words about that. I am aware that I stand from a point of privilege because I had my fees, university fees, paid for by a powerful church, fully paid for. I also want to say that I actually don't like the term fees must fall because it takes away a lot from the movement, and you and I, or the public, generally respond to fees must fall and forget about all the other things that Leanne has mentioned that is part of the student cry. But for lack of a better context, for today, I'll use fees must fall every now and again. So if you're expecting to hear some kind of academic presentation, I kid you not, you're not going to get one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reflect on my journey with students from 2014, but focusing specifically on 2015 and 2016. Mention a few other clergy that were part of this and got involved at some stage along the way, and the impact that it has had on KZN, in particular Durban, because that's where we're based. I also want to say that if you're looking for answers from me, I'm afraid I don't have any. I hope that I would be able to shed some light on what's happening on the campuses because of church involvement. And so, with that being said, I want to also say that I have the utmost respect for anyone involved in mediating a peaceful way forward regarding fees must fall, but I do, however, understand that it is not always possible. I want to be clear about that. There are those who respectfully mediate for peace, and I'm one of them. I have the utmost respect for them. And so to clear up some confusion, I want to say that no matter how hard we try, that it is not always possible to attain that. I want to also remember and keep in my mind the name of Onginkosi Kanile, my friend, and if I get emotional, please excuse me when I talk about certain students, my friend and my brother, who I've come to know over the past 2 years. Media would have you believe that he's a violent thug, but he's a straight A student. They don't tell you that. They would have you believe that he's breaking bail conditions because he partook in outsourcing must fall. I want to tell you parents that he was fighting for all your domestic workers, fighting for, who knows, maybe some of your children in the future, maybe some family members, where he was fighting that outsourcing must fall. And the government at the moment is using that as the only thing to keep him in custody, because he's a repeat offender according to them. And so I want to be mindful of where he is and remember him when I'm speaking. And so my journey, to say the least, began as I was appointed chaplain. Some big word for somebody who goes around on campus trying to play with students and trying to find out where they are and trying to meet with them on occasion and get them to hold meetings and those kind of things. chaplain of the Anglican Student Federation, and this young lady is our chairperson here in KZN. I don't want you to go back and say I did not acknowledge her. Yeah, and so my journey began in 2014, where I was appointed by our former Bishop Reuben, to look after the student ministry on campus. Firstly, because I was a deacon in the church, and also because I was a student finishing my honors at that time. On that point, my honors, according to academics, they declared me a womanist, because my honors paper dealt with the voice of Mrs. Job and redeeming her voice from false male interpretation. That's just a sidebar. And so in my engaging and interaction with Anglican students, at that point in particular Anglican students, I started to realize that there were far bigger issues to deal with than I was capable of. And I began to sit a little bit more with other students, and then began to get involved at Peter Marisburg with other student movements, starting to listen. I want to say clearly that I thought it was rather shocking at that point that students would cry about fees. I mean, really, the government was giving them money via NSFAS. I thought that these students are just on about nothing, until I came into contact with a student, an Anglican student, who confided in me and said, "Father, you are missing the point. Just to let you know that I sell myself on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays in order that I can have food from Monday to Friday, so that I do not become one of those statistics that Leanne spoke about, that does not finish a degree and am left in debt. I cannot afford my family to be in more debt because of what I would be owing NSFAS. And so therefore, in order for me to finish my study, I have to sell myself to buy food." And the reality began to set in for me. I think it was at that point I realized that God had called me for something bigger than what I thought He'd called me for. And that was to get involved in issues regarding students and their struggles at a deeper level. And so that's where I really began my journey with Fees Must Fall, and this was in about 2015. And so I want to really begin by making a statement, and this is where I think the church has lost the plot. It is actually my interpretation of BICO. I do read things other than the Bible, you know. And my interpretation of BICO goes something like this. And I think if you're following me, you'll see it all the time under anything I say on social media. A church absent from social chaos is a church advocating for the very social chaos that it is absent from. The reply that I got from students was, "Pastor, we hear you. We are sorry, Pastor." And then, sort of in unison, high morale, high discipline. These were students calling other students to respect what I was saying. It was at that moment I realized that this one guy in a dress, because I was wearing those, you know, the black fancy things we wear. One guy in a dress, fearing for his own life, had the potential to stand in the middle of police and engage them. We'll talk about threatening them later, but engaging them and bringing calm to a volatile situation. And the reason for that is I want to tell you this afternoon, that students still respect the office of a church. They, for some reason, hold us guys in high regard when it comes to being neutral. And so again, if we lose that position of being neutral, we will lose our students who basically sit in our congregations on Sunday morning. If you haven't noticed, they sit there, they pray there, and they seek our guidance. 2016 was a little bit of the same. But this time we had the involvement of Diakonia, and later the KZN Council of Churches, and in Peter Marisburg, PAXA. And through the help of Bishop Ruben, Bishop Mike, and Norma, we were able to provide a safe space for students throughout the different churches in KZN to speak and to plan and to be open, but also to conscientize us regarding fees must fall. And that's important, because you and I have our own perceptions of fees must fall. We have perceptions based on our upbringings, perceptions based on our class, on our skin color, where we live, and the newspapers we read. And so therefore, it was important for us at that point as a church to hear students. In my own local congregation, I took it upon myself to allow students a platform to speak so that we can hear their voices, which is currently drowned by the politicians and by the media. We have not heard students speak because we, the church, have failed them and we have not given them a platform to speak. At a recent discussion regarding, I don't know how to say it, well, training young people, I got up and said something radical and many people didn't like me. I said, the time for training and equipping young people has come to an end. We need to stop training young people because we are spending all our money and all our resources and everything we have in young people, and we haven't changed the perception that old people have of young people. Because no matter how much you train the young people, as long as old people don't give them a platform to exercise their skills, you're wasting money. And that is the case at the moment with our churches. We have not provided the students with a space to speak, to hear their story, to pastor them. One of the things that I've found that is, even through fees must fall, I've had students come to me and not talk about fees must fall. They talk about their rape. They talk about their hunger. They talk about being HIV positive and becoming HIV positive on campus. They talk about a whole lot of things that goes far deeper than fees must fall. And I want to say that unless we, the church, open up our spaces, which are safe spaces, we will lose our students. Let me just leave it there. Sorry, that was just me getting carried away. With regards to the presence and support of clergy amongst students, I think we have some of the free Diakonia campaign members just walked in. Welcome, guys. I don't know, they know that I don't ever speak for them or on behalf of them, but I think it would be safe for me to say that because of the involvement of a few clergy, they are finding ways of re-expressing themselves. They are finding ways of re-addressing issues because they've been given spaces to plan and to discuss and to engage. And so, why am I going on about this and my involvement in this? My point is firstly to say that KZN in 2015, during the National March, was peaceful. And I think it's because there was a presence of the church. I really believe that because of my interaction with students at the time. In 2016, there were far more clergy than there were in 2015. And even though we were faced with one of the largest, I don't know what to call them. No, let me be careful, I don't want to call them thugs. No, actually I do. Thugs in armed vehicles and guns and that we've ever seen since the days of apartheid. Even though the route that we were planning to march on had posters saying that fees will increase, strategically placed on poles throughout the route, students, under the guidance of trusted student leaders, which we think we don't have, we actually do. Students who decided to drop their political banners during that march. I think we were the only province in the country where it wasn't politicized, where we didn't wear our colors when we came up to speak and address the crowd. Not a single person was allowed to address the crowd wearing the colors of their political affiliation. And even with all that, even faced with all that, it was peaceful. We got 30 seconds of mileage on ETV or something like that. 5 seconds here and there. And yet the church, even after that, remained silent. And so, I want to say that I don't have anything else to share with you. Firstly, because that's the only point of reference I have with regards to the church being involved, because I've been involved. And it is the only point of reference I have with regards to the marches in other provinces and KZN. And secondly, because I want to leave you with these thoughts. Imagine if the church became a safe space throughout the country. We're going to imagine a bit. Imagine if the church began to speak out against injustices regarding students, firstly. Imagine if the churches became a visible presence in not just education, not just in the education crisis, but in all areas of social injustices. Imagine a South Africa where the church actually became the church. Imagine a South Africa where the church became the church. What to leave you with that? I have a little bit more to say, but I think I'm going to get emotionally charged if I do. So I'll just leave it there. Bishop Mike is used to what I have to say when I'm leaving the church. But yeah, and so mine is a challenge for the church to become involved, actively involved. Not just organizing spaces of dialogue, but becoming visibly present. Actually visibly present. Thank you.
Time is running away.